Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to fill out the Advanced Pro application for DACA. My name is Jesus Martinez. I am an immigration attorney. Although I'm an attorney, I'm not your attorney. If I was your attorney, you wouldn't be filling this out. I would be filling it out for you. So keep that in mind. I'm also not going to be discussing whether you qualify or don't for Advanced Pro. I mean, this just shows you how to fill it out step by step. In the event that you're doing it on your own, just be mindful though. I mean, I'm not verifying whether you're eligible or not. It's for educational purposes. It's not legal advice. If you want advice in your case, you can make a consultation with us down below. The form is I-131. You likely know where to get it. If you don't, the link it will be below. So for the first part, you put your name, first name, last name. If you don't have a middle name, you leave it blank, that's fine. Where is your physical address? Where do you currently live? And you put that here. I'm just putting my business address, but for you, it's going to be where you physically live. Your A number, what is your A number? If you are applying for Advanced Parole, it's because you already have DACA. If you do not have DACA, you cannot apply for Advanced Parole at the same time you're applying for your first time DACA. You can't do that. You first have to have DACA, then you can apply for it. So whatever your A number is, put it there. Where is the country you were born? Most people, Mexico. For others, put in the country you were born, country of citizenship, most often the country you were born at, class of admission. So if you have DACA, I mean, you could put deferred action for childhood arrivals. That'd probably be the easiest way for someone to know what is your class of admission, what is your gender, what is your date of birth, and these are just made up numbers. What is your social security number? If you have DACA, you have a social, so put that number there. And then on to the next page. What are you applying for? It's not 1A. You're not a permanent resident. You don't hold U.S. refugee or asylee status. Maybe some people, but not common. Permanent resident, no. I'm applying for an Advanced Parole document to allow me to return to the U.S. after temporary foreign travel. After temporary foreign travel, that is the one. I am outside of the U.S. and I am applying for an Advanced Parole document. Hopefully this is not your situation. You want Advanced Parole so that you can return back. So you would apply for it while in the U.S. Then when you exit, you would be allowed entry back, depending upon, after you're inspected, everything goes well. Leave this blank. We did not check box 1F, date of intended departure. When do you intend to depart? So this will vary by person. So put the date you intend to depart, for how many days. This date should be a future date. I mean, you're most likely not going to get an interview date. Even if it's for emergency advance, an emergency info pass, you're unlikely to get it that same day. So future date, how long do you expect the trip to take? Approximate the dates. Are you or any person included in this application now in exclusion, deportation, removal, or rescission proceedings? I would say if it's a yes for you, speak to an attorney. It could potentially complicate the issues, but for most people, it's going to be no. Have you ever before been issued a re-entry permit or refugee travel document? Most people is no. Okay, so then the next part, if you're applying for a non-DACA related Advanced Parole, skip to part 7. DACA recipients must complete part 4 before skipping to part 7. So we must complete part 4. Information about your proposed travel. So what is the reason you're traveling? I mean, this is going to vary by person. There's only certain reasons to get Advanced Parole. So for whatever reason you're applying for, you have to put it here. So put the purpose of your trip, list the countries that you intend to travel. You may want to include a declaration and for sure any other supporting documents. But yeah, I mean, definitely got to put something there. So complete only if applying for a re-entry permit. So if you're applying for Advanced Parole for the first time because you have DACA and you're in the US, you're not applying for a re-entry permit because you don't need re-entry at the moment. You're not applying for a refugee travel document. You're not a refugee. You have DACA. Different. Complete only if applying for Advanced Parole. So we do need to fill out part 7. How many trips do you intend to use this document? I would just use it for one trip. I would not be wanting, nor would I be recommending any person, to be coming in and out with Advanced Parole. I would use it, one time for that emergency. And once you have that benefit of being paroled, if you have an opportunity or a possibility of becoming a resident, do it. If you don't, I mean, I would say, you know, take your time here, but I would not go out again. If the person intended to receive an advance parole document is outside the U.S., provide the location of the U.S. Embassy or Consulate or the DHS overseas office that you want us to notify. That's not often going to be the case. I mean, I'd leave blank or NA, not applicable. If the travel document will be delivered to an overseas office, not usually common, so leave that blank if that doesn't apply to you. And then you're going to sign, you are going to date, you're going to put your phone number. If somebody helped you fill it out, I mean, they're going to put their prepare information here. If you didn't have anybody help you, you did it yourself, then I mean, you would just leave this blank. And that's pretty much it. If you learned something, please let me know. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment down below if you want to see videos on other topics. Thank you and God bless. And hopefully your journey goes well with the advanced parole.